If we had the right laws that the Democrats are not letting us have, those people, they wouldn't be coming up. They wouldn't be trying.
The president continues to blame Democrats, but the real problem is the president.
And that heart-wrenching image fueling the raging immigration debate, Oscar Martinez Ramirez and his 23-month-old daughter, Valeria, drowning as they tried to swim across the Rio Grande in South Texas. Now, as of Thursday, the House decided to sign off on the Senate-drafted $4.6 billion measure to care for migrant refugees detained at the southern border. Pundits saying the Democrats caving into the president's demands. And with that, we raise the curtain on this week's panel. Let's take roll call. KC24's political analyst Jim Veros, KMJ radio host and a legend in his own lunchtime, Ray Appleton.
That's my line.
I know, it's
That's
your
my line.
I had to steal it. And president for the Central Valley New Market Tax Credit and former Fresno City Councilman Oliver Baines. Gentlemen, welcome. And well, Ray, since you are a legend in everybody's lunchtime, I would suggest. You know, you look at that photo, it helped the president, I would say, get what he wanted. Would you say that? The Democrats seemingly here, everybody's saying they caved in, they drafted the Senate humanitarian aid bill. Is that what happened? How much did this photo play a big role?
Probably played a little bit of a role, but let's talk about the photo itself. I mean, this thing has been weaponized to go after the president. Mm-hmm. And it's like this is the first time, excuse me, this has ever happened. You know, not. You had Breitbart in the entire administration, 8 years of Barack Obama, reported 20 times 529 deaths of individuals trying to do the same thing. Some of these bodies mutilated, tortured, individuals raped before they were killed. Not news at all. You get this picture and boom. And because of the sensationalism, it probably had a lot to do with the passage of that bill. Did the Democrats cave? Maybe they just saw the light.
Yeah, well, it could have been like you say. Or, Jim, do you think President Trump will now, as he seemingly kind of got his way, he didn't get a whole lot of money for his border wall here, but do you think that President Trump will now still move forward with those immigration raids that he was supposed to do, but then he postponed them?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's always going to be that threat of those raids and the wall and whatnot. Don't forget, we are officially in a presidential cycle now. Mm-hmm. Debates going on this past week and whatnot. So obviously, the presidential polls are saying that this is what got him into office a couple of years, 3 years ago. So he's going to continue to stick with the immigration, and I think he's going to continue to push that we need this wall. And yes, you're going to give me some money for the detention centers, but that doesn't change what we need, which is true immigration reform. It's what the president's going to be saying. How the Democrats use this with their umpteen amount of candidates running for president. 23. They're going to be, it's going to be beautiful for them, right? Now? So, right? So, listen, I've been doing this show 3.5 years, and every time an immigration question comes up, it's, well, can't they figure it out? They could figure this out in a week if they wanted to. Both sides are making too much money and getting too much press right now on this.
Oliver, you know, a lot of people, the pundits saying, hey, the Democrats caved right here, and a lot of the progressives are not happy with Nancy Pelosi kind of agreeing with this Mitch McConnell-led bill, the Senate-drafted bill here. Could this cause a split in the party as they get into this election cycle?
Well, it probably will cause a momentary split, but that's not anything unusual for Democrats. So there's typically a momentary split on issues with progressives and moderates and what have you. However, what I think the real issue is, and what the president has not done, is the president has not introduced any comprehensive immigration reform, which is really the crux of the issue. So while we are all saddened, and Ray's right, there are a number of people that have passed, and Jim, you're right, where the real conversation should be comprehensive immigration reform, and it's not it. So yeah, the Dems did cave, but it does not absolve the president of actually putting forth a plan of comprehensive immigration reform, which he seems to be not doing and not going to do.
And Ray, I'll come back to you on this. You heard what Oliver says. Yeah, there isn't a lot of hardcore proof of what this plan is that President Trump wants to institute, but also, you know, we're also hearing that ICE is kind of, hey, what are you doing, President? What are we doing? What are these raids about? How are we going to facilitate everything? Where are we going to put the people? What are we going to do? What do you say about those who say that?
The president can't make law. So him coming up with some kind of reform that would be law is impossible. That has to come out of Congress. Congress is a mess now. So that's not going to happen. As far as ICE, I mean, there's going to have to be some clear definition there as to what their responsibilities are or aren't. And I think that's complicated, obviously, by the sanctuary law that's made things a mess right now. And ultimately, and Jim, you'd probably agree, this is going to wind up in the Supreme Court someday. And maybe that'll, straighten the ICE situation out and we can go back to a normal situation. I mean, we've got to have law enforcement with immigration, period. So a world without it is chaos.
Yeah.
But I also want to weigh in. I want viewers to be real clear. The president does not make law, but he does propose law to Congress. And,
Absolutely.
And that hasn't happened. So so he does have a responsibility to propose law and then hopefully work with Congress to get something passed.
But at the same time, he's saying, give it to me. Please give it to me. And even my team is not giving it to him.
Well, and the other thing is when you say return to normalcy, does anyone remember what normalcy is in regards to our immigration policy? Because I'm not sure anyone in office right now was in office when there was normalcy. So once again, nothing is going to happen.
No age jokes.
Right? I'm sorry, but over the next year, you're not going to see any movement on this because if everything gets solved and everyone's getting along, what are you going to run on when it comes to the primary and to the general election? This is going to continue to be an issue. There's going to be a couple stopgaps. We'll run into a budget issue here down the line. But listen, we're going to have this argument for at least a year.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good conversation to have. I know that. We're going to call a little timeout. Hydrate. We got your cups and everything for that. We'll be back for round two in a little bit.